It started 5.
And we're recording.
You realize that? No. I don't care. I'm going to call him out. Hey, we were supposed to start at 5, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is? It's almost 6. I wonder whose fault that is.
Can we introduce ourselves?
Hey, guys. Hey, Love and War. Love and War.
Right, man.
Texas. Love it. Hey, you know what? I'm always here. They got happy hour on the margaritas. So, and apparently your boy's already been drinking. So don't mind me, Aaron. Don't. Hey, look.
Isn't that a normal state of behavior?
I feel like that's the easiest way to get what y'all want out of me without. I didn't have an ending to that.
You don't have an ending. You're rambling. I understand.
I just started rambling.
Here we are again at Love and War. It's been a month or and a half.
A little while. We haven't been here in a while. Yeah, we've been doing live shows or other places. The Wing Nut. But I mean, I feel like.
But this was our original, man.
Yeah, no, they gave us the opportunity.
Yeah, this was the first place. I remember when we started. I thought I was gonna die. It was so freaking hot out.
God, it was hot. The bugs were out. They were messing with my drink. It was disgusting.
I was like, this is uncomfortable.
Bro, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Like season was starting. We were all hopeful of being Bears fans, and
look where
that didn't go anywhere fast.
But no, actually, no. But I mean, look, we actually had hope for a little bit, like because we were 4-2. But like for the first 6 weeks, we had hope, and then then after that, we saw that Washington game.
Yeah. Can I tell a story about my coat?
It never
recovered. This is my new coat.
Oh, so you
because
I didn't think you bring it in.
So I was so distraught after the Commanders game.
Yeah.
That I left my coat.
Probably
at a different bar.
It's probably,
and they didn't find it for me. And I was distraught. And I was like, you know what? If that's not an omen, I don't know what else.
It was just a bad season. But you know what was funny about this whole season? If I go back into our very first, I talked about this, and I even said, and everybody's like, no, you have to move on from Justin. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I get why y'all want to move on from Justin. I get why, like Caleb. Look, I'm not shooting down Caleb because, I mean, obviously, what he threw for, the touchdowns, the interception ratio.
Look at the first 18 games of Caleb and compare it to the first 18 games.
And look, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, although the future might be bright, it is very upsetting and depressing to take the initial step back, because there was no dispute on saying if you go with a rookie quarterback, you're going to take a step back because he has to have a transition. And my only thing was, why do we need to go through the transition?
They genuinely did not believe that. They genuinely did not believe that.
Oh, they thought he was just going to be plugged in and it was going to be wrapped.
Well,
what quarterback does that?
Let's go to the genesis of the problem. It's the offensive line. We've been talking about it for.
We fired 2 coaches already. Well, is that the genesis? We fired 2 of them, 2 prominent coaches, not just like assistant, not just like position coaches.
Let me give you
We fired a head coach and an offensive coordinator.
The professor has a stat for you.
Woo! Who's here?
The Caleb Williams had the most sacks this year. By a significant margin.
Okay.
There is another stat that's even scarier.
All right, let's hear it.
Which quarterback in the NFL avoided the most sacks according to PFF?
Look, just by how you set that up, it's probably Jaden Daniels.
No, it was actually Caleb Williams.
Oh God! So it could have been.
So it could have been worse.
That's horrible.
That's what we're saying.
That's horrible.
Okay.
That's not a good selling point to this. Like this is.
They need to completely rebuild the offensive line. Complete teardown.
You know who we blame? We blame Ryan Poles because he decided, he was like, hey, look, I'm going to draft people like me, but you didn't make it in the league. So why would people like you matter? I don't know. I'm so sick of this team. Like
the selections he made, they haven't panned out, and Poles does deserve some criticism because let's be honest, right now, look, the Super Bowl champion typically is the team that has the most Pro Bowlers, or by definition, the most proficient players. The team with the most Pro Bowlers this year is the Detroit Lions. They have 7. The Bears have 1. R1 is someone Ryan Poles inherited. So all of these draft picks, all of the draft capital we earned with that Carolina trade has generated 0 new Pro Bowlers.
So you think we should have fired Ryan Poles?
Well, one thing I will say is we can't make that same mistake they did passing on Jalen Carter. Right? And I know you've been begging me, you've been pleading with me that passing on Jalen Carter was a mistake. I had this belief that, you know what, from a value perspective,
he even had his stats to try to prove that Javon Dexter was this, that, and the other.
He started out so hot, and again, there was a reason they were 4-2, and then it was right off the cliff with him.
So who's an All-Pro like tackle right now?
Jalen Carter, Pro Bowler. He would be Pro Bowler number 2. And the truth is, the guy we drafted, our current right tackle, his PFF score is barely passable. He's the only one who the Bears should even think about starting next year on game 1. Because even Braxton Jones took a step back. Everybody took a step back. Everybody. Right? It was a disaster year for the offensive line. And the truth is, we need 4 new starters.
Sometimes the eye test is a little bit better than the analytics. I'm just saying, like when you're watching the game, the eye test sometimes is better than analytics. Like I'm watching that line, and I'm like, these guys are terrible. I'm watching the defensive tackle. He's not doing it. Did you see the little highlights from Jalen Carter? You know what he's doing now? Wait, you know this little trick he's doing with like spiking the ball? Have you seen this? So what he does with spiking the ball, if he knows they're going to spike, he shoots himself underneath the center to try to catch the spike. This is like a 200 IQ level on football fields that nobody else has done.
Here's the sad thing about that whole situation.
Oh, my God. And we could have had him. We could have had him.
Because there were 3 starter caliber right tackles available in free agency development.
And we didn't go after anyone.
And we didn't after everyone. And instead, they decided to go cheap with Nate Davis. Right? Mm-hmm. They went cheap with Nate Davis. He was I remember Poles got all these accolades. Oh, what a great bargain signing! I'm like, really? That's the goal. Bargain signing. That's the goal, right? I mean, right now, Ryan Poles, all the positives he had is in maximizing value in trades and in free agent re-signing.
You can't even say in trades because Chase Claypool. And then he also
that was a problem. Well, look, the Carolina trade is going to go down as one of the all-time great trades in NFL history.
That's still the jury's still out on that because the only thing that we got from that has shown any true promise is DJ Moore. Everybody else, the jury's still out.
Caleb Williams.
The jury's still out. Jury's still out.
I'm telling you right now. Although I understand Jaden Daniels is going to win the Rookie of the Year award.
So you get DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. Do you think that's worth a trade?
Look at if you compare Caleb Williams to Jaden Daniels, and I know that's not what we want to do because we look at the record, and of course Daniels is playing this weekend, and the Bears are done. But they're at if I put those stats together,
actually won a playoff game. Look at that.
Look, the Bears did the flashy thing, right? We got a Keenan Allen, and we drafted another wide receiver.
Is Jerry Ashton wide receiver?
Keenan Allen's stats at the end of the year actually weren't that bad.
What were they? Do you know? I know
77 catches, 850 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
How many?
For your number 2 wide receiver, that's about.
Did anybody break 1,000?
Average. When the offense was completely broke.
Did anybody break 1,000?
No.
So nobody broke 1,000. So wait,
the offense was broken. We were talking about it the whole time. We're talking about the offensive line. It was a complete disaster, right? I mean, they have a glaring Achilles heel right now, and the whole NFL knows it.
It wouldn't have been broken if we kept Justin.
I'm going to respectfully disagree with you.
Because
your favorite coach in the NFL benched him for a reason. I assure you, it's not because of 2 rounds of value on a draft pick.
Look. That's not even
because if that was the case, why didn't he start Justin Fields for the playoffs?
If you trade down and you build that offense around Justin Fields, I guarantee you, they're competing. Justin got us 7 wins. So if we upgraded, then we should have upgraded at least 2-3 games. If Justin can get us 7 wins, then why are we now sitting here below 2 of that?
Although I don't disagree with the thought process there, because look, first of all, let's be honest. Some of those wins were absolutely ridiculous. The coach got fired because he forgot to call a timeout to set up his defense for the Hail Mary. He forgot
the coach the year prior. The same coach.
But he didn't run into those last-minute issues, right? The Bears, let me give you another stat. They do this every year. What would be the record of NFL teams if their one-win losses became wins, and their one-score losses became wins, and their one-score wins became losses? What would be the record?
But you could say the same thing about Justin. There was 3 games that we could point to: Detroit, Denver, and there was and then the Cleveland game where we would have had 10 wins. So what I'm saying is, yes, you can apply that theory just the same, and we have a better season with Justin than we had Caleb. Now, I'm not saying Caleb is not the future. Damn sure is. Like, he looks great, and he should be. Why did we have to now have a year wasted? You now waste a year of your defense. You now waste a year of some of your offense. DJ Moore isn't getting younger. Like, DeAndre Swift isn't getting younger. So it's like you're doing all this to be like to just a pure waste of a season. It's purely a waste of a season.
Well,
that's my only point, because like I said, if you keep Justin, at least all of those, you could have done all of those moves the same way you've done it when you did with Caleb. You could have got DeAndre Swift. You could have got Keenan Allen. Yeah. You could have traded down. You could have revamped your line. You could have done everything you did the same way.
Yeah.
And then then improve the offensive line, and then we wouldn't have had we could have been competing in the playoffs. But it's like, but we're sitting here now like, oh, it's his rookie season, so now we need it. It's like, but did we have to go down this road? Did we have to do this? She apparently thinks so. I don't know. She apparently thinks so. Love and War apparently thinks that, look, she's a feisty one. I don't know. She's mad at me. I don't know why.
You are mad.
I'm just asking if you need another margarita. That's it.
You see how she said, but you hear how she says.
Let's assume yes, Nelson.
You hear how she says it? Say it again. What answer?
Una margarita, por favor.
Yes.
See. That's hysterical.
Anyways,
but no, look. I'm going to sit here and. You're right. They obviously took some lefts when they should have taken a right. I mean, I thought I would rile you up when I sat there and I told you about the Jalen Carter mistake, because I think the jury is out. Look.
Just because I don't know analytics, I have an eye test.
When we were first debating this, though,
yes,
I was.
You were ready for it.
Dexter was playing above his head, and he fell and he crashed to earth. By the way, let's also be fair and say even the defense kind of took a step back a little bit. Right? I mean, we were getting gouged by some.
Brisker was out. Like we had some other ones.
I mean. I find it hysterical that with all the talk about Tua's concussion injury, nothing about Brisker. He never came back.
No, he did. Not actually.
I mean, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Right. And when you say wasted season, let me tell you one issue that's a quote unquote wasted season. He's eligible. This is his free agency year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What do you do when
minimum contract?
When some of these rookie contracts come up?
Minimum contract,
right? I mean,
who's giving him max? Nobody's giving him max. Can't. There's no way.
Conspiracy theories might tell you that's one of the reasons they probably kept him out, to keep his contract demands low. But but that's going to be an issue moving forward. I mean, this is what good teams are eventually get forced to do. They're good players. They try to keep as many as they can, but some of these guys, they have to be cut loose because can't pay everybody.
So
a salary cap.
So, Professor, who's our new head coach?
I'll tell you. Here's the problem that the part that's most concerning to me, not that the Bears had a horrible season, not that Caleb Williams might not be the answer or he's not as good as James Daniels. The fact that they seem absolutely rudderless in this coaching decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've in the real world, I sat there and I've had interviews at companies, major organizations, and one of the questions are like, how many other people are you looking at? If someone told me it's 15 other people, I'd say, oh, okay, so I got no chance. That's how I would see it, right? And just right off the bat, one of the top 3 candidates is already off the board. And
are we that bad about were you hoping for Mike Vrabel? Were you really hoping?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't my top.
So I mean, he's off the board. Okay, moving on.
But now the rumor is Ben Johnson's about to be off the table.
For who? Raiders? Because the most money?
Well, I mean, Tom Brady's leading the coaching decision tree. You got the GOAT sitting right there. He's a compelling character. And here's the thing: if I'm Ben Johnson, and I'm like, well, on this side, I got the Raiders telling me I'm your top priority. I got Tom Brady pitching me, and on the other side, I've got the Chicago Bears doing a video interview with 14 other people. And you tell me, I like having I like being prioritized just as much as the next guy.
So I sent y'all some stats, and this is why I have a problem with Ben Johnson, and this is why I'm extremely nervous, and why I even said on the last podcast that I do not want a new head coach that has no experience.
No experience. Yeah.
Ben Johnson resembles very. Thank you so much. Look at that. So let's see. So nice. We can play nice.
I always play nice with you.
Whatever. Anyways, so I Ben Johnson reminds me of a cat that we had years ago, and you want to throw out some stats. The man was an OC for Peyton Manning's second to last year in Denver,
sure,
where they broke the record for most points scored in a season.
Yeah.
Then we brought that bastard over to Chicago to help fix Jay Cutler. He did, and he actually limited Jay Cutler's turnovers and how he did it. He then gets two head coach jobs and absolutely fails horribly. What was the name? Adam Gase. I don't know if people remember him, but he failed horribly. I remember him because, yes, I remember him in Denver. I remember him in Chicago.
Yeah.
And we sat here and we watched him as the head coach of Miami and the New York Jets. Failed each time. But he was the hot commodity. Yeah. He was the offensive guru. Yeah. Like, you thought he was the nuts. And because, look, he had it with Peyton Manning, and he fixed Jay Cutler. You were like, greatest thing. Yeah. So now we got Ben Johnson. Oh, so you fixed Jared Goff. Let's just be honest. Did anybody think Jared Goff coming out of college was a bum? Like, this wasn't you.
He was the first pick of the draft.
Exactly. So he wasn't a bum.
Yes.
He had bad schemes. So now Ben Johnson is able to use what he's good at. Now we're saying that he's this genius, and he's only worked with him. He's only worked with Jared Goff.
Well, first of all, in Detroit, yes, it's true. And also, don't discount the fact that Detroit has the best offensive line in the NFL.
You're selling my point.
Yeah.
That's not discounting. You're selling
plenty of weapons.
You're selling my point.
Yeah.
Two stud running backs.
When you take out some of those assets, are you still going to be doing the same thing?
Wait. You have an elite wide receiver. You have an elite tight end. You have the best offensive line, and then you have 2 stud running backs. I'm sorry. You're playing Madden right now. What are we talking about? You're playing Madden.
Can I give you another?
I can do damage with that team.
Can I give you another fact that crystallizes your point?
Okay, yeah. Anything you want to validate me, I'm ready.
Bill Belichick widely considered one of the greatest coaches of all time. Do you know he was canned as a Cleveland head coach before he made it to New England?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I thought he was the greatest coach of all time. I thought he was a genius. Why was he fired? Why in disgrace by the Cleveland Browns? Why did that happen? I don't know. Maybe because the Cleveland Browns put together a horrible team for him.
Wait. But you know the other funny thing about it is when he had his rings, where did he specialize? He never built that offense. That wasn't his thing. Where was his specialty from? Oh, the Gerard Mayos of the world, the Junior Seau's of the world. Oh wait, the Mike Vrabels of the world, because that was his player too. Yeah. He built a defense. Vince Wilfork, look, Rodney Harrison. Oh my God, he had Hall of Famers everywhere on that defense.
But at the end of the day, he won Super Bowls because he had the greatest quarterback of all time playing on.
Never gonna get no argument from me.
Playing on contracts for about 90%.
This is why I said the last podcast, and this is what I'm saying now. I don't want Ben Johnson because there's nothing that shows me that he can run an entire team. If he wants to come be an OC for Chicago just because he wants to coach Caleb Williams, come on down. I don't care. Go ahead. But why would we give you the keys to the house?
Well, like I said, I honestly believe that concern is going to be taken away from you within next week. So he's going
based on what
he's going to end up as a Ranger.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I hope. Yeah. Bye.
Which
like I don't.
I'm like.
I already told y'all last week.
Their offensive line is as bad as the Bears, and they don't have a quarterback.
I told y'all last week who I would, and here's the thing. The only thing
he's one of 15.
The only thing I will be comfortable with, you give me Cliff Kingsbury, or you give me Pete Carroll.
All right, that's fair.
That's it. Yeah, I wasn't about to say McCarthy. We had our interview with him yesterday.
So can I give you two pieces of new information?
Of course, that's what we.
And by the way, I always find it curious when these things get leaked out in the Chicago sports media, in particular fashion.
The article I sent you?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the first article is about Ben Johnson. So last year, Ben Johnson was also hot commodity. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to go back to Detroit.
Right.
He was the Washington Commanders' first choice as a coach.
Glad they didn't do that.
Well, the article suggested why Washington passed.
I didn't see that. What you saying?
Ben Johnson said he didn't like James Daniels.
So he doesn't even have been able to nominate for.
That's what the article said. Okay. Is it 100% true? Or possibly not. But I always find it curious when you see these little negative articles that come out of nowhere like this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, to me, it's always the canary in the coal mine that he's going to go somewhere else. Right? This is someone throwing a little hook at a sports writer who's a friend to kind of soften the blow internally to the Chicago sports community. Now, on the positive side, of course, being in Dallas, everyone in Dallas knows how absolutely garbage McCarthy is as a coach.
You said his name. I did. Go ahead.
There was what's one of the things we talked about last week. We got scared because he actually got a face-to-face interview for some
and a private dinner invite.
Did you see the article about how that meeting actually went?
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't go anywhere near. It is what they thought it would be.
In my experience, especially when you're interviewing for a company and they actually fly you out, they want your day.
Yeah,
we paid for your day.
And he didn't get the whole day.
He left after. They said after an hour and a half.
That's insane. So that is and based on that article, and actually, I agree. There's only two ways. Either you blew it completely out of the water,
I don't want any party.
Or it was a complete bust. That was it.
I just wanted my free. I wanted my free flight to Chicago. I don't know. Who knows what was going through this guy's head?
Whatever.
when I see little negative articles kind of like hitting in the corner of a sports page like this, to me, it's always a canary in the coal mine that something went wrong, right? And look, Clint Kingsbury and Carol were part of this interview process. Now, we're assuming 3 of these names are eliminated. That's still 12 other people. So, like I said, when I see a list like that, I get super scared that we're just going to end up with one of these second-tier names we just don't know about.
I don't.
And we're going to sit here bitching them. I'm telling you, it's.
I think
I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I understand your concerns about Ben Johnson, but let's be fair. He is the hot commodity right now.
Okay.
If you're chasing the hot commodity, you don't tell him you're 1 of 14. Right? The guy who says you're my top priority is going to have a better chance. And like I said, that's why I do not believe he's coming here.
And I'm okay with it.
But are you going to be okay with it if the same thing happens with Kingsbury and then he sits there and Jacksonville says, you're our top priority?
Well, that's a different ballgame. Now, if the other stuff comes off the board...
Why would that not happen?
No.
Right?
If those stuff coming off the board, then yeah, it's a different ballgame. But here's the thing. What I say. If I get Pete Carroll, happy.
Sure.
If I get Cliff Kingsbury, I'm happy. But what I don't want McCarthy. But here's the thing. Actually, I don't want McCarthy. But if we got McCarthy,
you wouldn't.
I'm
just saying
the record shows the
last
and the offense. The offensive prowess. Okay.
When have the Bears signed? The only one I think is maybe an exception was Wanstead when he was fresh off a Super Bowl win and he was the hot commodity when he was signed. But every single Bears coaching hire since the Ditka era has been the second choice, third choice, fourth choice of other teams.
Yeah,
every single one.
I'm not.
And I'm sitting there thinking, we're about to do this shit again.
No, I don't think we can. I think there's too many options to do it again. But yes, if we don't get Ben Johnson, okay, I don't care. That's fine.
I understand.
But if we miss out on like Pete Carroll, or if we miss out on like Cliff Kingsbury, or if we miss out on Mike McCarthy, or if we miss out on
let's be honest. McCarthy is to me is a second tier choice at best.
Okay.
No, let's be honest. Like, this is a guy who's got fired from Dallas.
Wait. You know what the article I saw? So people were talking about like trading for Mike Tomlin.
That's even a stupid idea.
Mike McCarthy has a better like statistical record than Mike Tomlin.
I want to give you a statement from an article that I saw recently. I think is absolutely perfect. Tomlin is the Doc Rivers of the NFL. He is right in 1 Super Bowl.
Okay.
And a lot of talent getting ground down in the early rounds of playoffs.
But he's never lost, though. Like, that's...
He's never lost. He just got his ass handed to him.
I'm sorry. He's never had a losing season. Like, he's never had a losing... So, like, if you're talking...
Doc Rivers can make the exact same claim. Oh, I had never had a losing season. But
then you can still hire him.
But then...
if Doc Rivers said he wants to come to Chicago, is anybody just debating that?
Is that what you really want, though? Is you really want...
You're debating it. You're not debating it.
Do you want to go to the playoffs every year and get spanked on the first round?
You're not debating it. Like, yes, that's what we are.
Don't take the playoffs.
Yes, we will take that. Wait.
Get me to the playoffs.
Wait. You want me to gamble?
Listen, who is the hottest coach right now in the NFL?
4 years ago, it was Matt Nagy.
It really was. Like, that was crazy. It was
right now. Who's the coach? No. We're talking about coaching Canada. The actual coach.
The hottest coach
is Mike McCarthy.
No.
The hottest coach right now is the one in Kansas City. Who's got name?
No, it's not.
Although,
wait, why? He's not a candidate. What are you talking about?
Wait, no, you said
I'm not talking about candidate.
He's just the hottest coach. Period.
Yes, who's the coach? Anyone with?
Oh yeah, Andy Reid. Okay,
Andy Reid or the Detroit coach?
No, he's not the hottest. No, Andy Reid has 2 Super Bowls right now.
Go on social media, see what pops up in 15 minutes. I assure you, it's not Andy Reid.
Who has more Super Bowls?
Although I understand that.
Okay, so all
right, but let's say it's Andy.
And the fact that what is Chiefs' record right now, and it's the same as them.
And what was he in Philadelphia before he got to Kansas City?
Okay. So wait. What's the Chiefs' record right now? So they're going to the Super Bowl, right?
I do believe they're
okay. So who's the hottest coach? It's Andy Reid. I don't care.
Right. But the point I'm trying to make is this: do you want to settle for not too bad, or do you want to put your chips in the middle of the table?
You're making chips in the middle for the second man
to win a Super Bowl.
You're making the chips for the second man.
Well,
wait. Dan Campbell.
Second nuts isn't bad.
No. Dan Campbell is what got them in that situation. It's not Ben Johnson.
I'm telling you right now, Dan Campbell, when they hired Dan Campbell, they thought it was a horrible hire.
Exactly.
Detroit did. Or they wouldn't have hired him.
Well.
Wait, no, but my point is, like, we're so enamored with Ben Johnson, but look at his boss. The boss who hired him.
Yeah.
Like, he had no true coordinator experience where you could actually point to. But yet, because he did great hiring, we're now going to negate Dan Campbell and make Ben Johnson the winner here. But I promise you, if Ben Johnson leaves, Dan Campbell can find his replacement.
Sure.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what you need to find. That's why that's why I'm saying Pete Carroll. Look, I hate Pete Carroll from USC. I really do. Because look, I'm a Notre Dame fan. So Pete Carroll and USC, I don't mess with him. I don't do it with him.
Pete Carroll has the rings on his finger, though.
But exactly. But you're talking about a leader of men. Pete Carroll energized this team. And look, he's been in the league long enough to where he'll find coordinators. And then I promise you, he has a plan in place for his succession. So when he does retire, I promise you, he'll have that Sean McVay following him right behind him.
Yeah.
And so this is why I want Pete, even though I hate him with my blood and soul. I hate him.
Hold on. You told me your top choice is Cliff Kingsbury.
Wait, no. Pick one. What did I say? I was like, look, the truth. If you're telling me that you want an offensive mind with head coach experience, yes, Cliff Kingsbury is your top choice.
Yeah.
But again, if you're saying the leader of the band, that's why I picked him. Yes. But if you're saying you want a leader of men that knows how to build a program, not just an entire program, there is no better than Pete Carroll.
Does it matter what Caleb wants?
Of course it does. But what I'm saying is, I think Pete Carroll has enough experience to supersede that.
I want to avoid that nonsense.
No. But it does. No. It does play a part. It does play a part
in the NBA. That's the mindset of NBA players.
But you know how you.
When I say NBA players, I mean current NBA players, right?
No.
Because you know what, Michael Jordan, the much maligned GM during the Jordan era, Jerry Krause, traded Jordan's best friend on the team, Charles Oakley, for the great Bill Cartwright.
No, he was still in the 80s. That was young at the time. He didn't have that much power.
I'm telling you right now, Jordan. No. He had plenty of power then. Trust me. He was selling sneakers like it was bottles of water in the middle of the Sahara. Where they had no idea. The NBA had no idea what to do with him at that point.
I promise you, Pete Carroll's experience will supersede that need.
And if Jordan, had a say, they would have never traded for Cartwright. They might never have won their NBA championship.
Pete Carroll then, right? That's what it sounds like. Pete Carroll.
Because what did Jerry Krause do?
Cartwright for Oakley means that's the reason why Jordan has 6 titles.
No, that's not what.
Who was the starting power forward and who's the starting center for the 91 Bulls?
I hear you. I think Jordan supersedes his talent.
This is a team game. He needed other players on his team.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't win his championship his 9th season. There was a reason for that. Right? I mean, if he was superseding everything, why didn't he win his rookie year? because the rest of the team sucked, right? Because they were picking third that year.
That's why Caleb didn't win his first.
Well, I think people need to put that in some perspective. And again, if you look at the statistics between Caleb and Jaden Daniels, who everyone thinks is the next great holy crap, they actually are very, very comparable, right?
Yeah.
He probably will end up getting a couple Rookie of the Year votes, deservedly so. Now, granted, if those records were flipped, the way to look at it is if the records were flipped, and I know it, I'm telling you right now, the heck are you doing?
Why does that distract you?
No.
I've got like this. Why does this distract you?
Everybody went.
Oh my God! Why does this distract you? Oh my God! What is going on in it? Good Lord!
You honestly, come on. Horace Grant was a major contributing factor.
Where did he come into like the second triple?
No, he was in the 91, 92, 93 team, and was a major contributing factor to the Bulls start of their run.
I think Jordan's winning 6 championships regardless at that point. Once he became,
did Jordan. He win when he came back? When he came back in '96, playing the Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal in his prime. What happened to the Bulls?
96.
96, they won.
They went to 6.
So,
it was a championship for 96.
98, 99.
No, you're talking about 95.
No, 95.
He took 1 year
off. 98 is when they won.
97, 98, 99.
No, 96, 97. You're talking about when the fight.
When did Jordan come back? Let's go there.
It was the 96 season.
Yes, and they did not win that year.
Right.
Remember the infamous 45?
96, 97, 98. So they won 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98.
Hold on. Remember, the NBA season follows 2 years. So it was 95, 96 that they won, correct?
Oh, my God. What?
It's
96, 97, 98.
Producer, what is the exact date of Jordan's return? The exact date.
Hold on. Let me see.
96, 97,
the exact
98.
Date.
I'm behind.
Producer chance.
Because he didn't come back to the Magics until
1995.
1995, right?
March 19.
When did they lose to the Orlando Magic in the playoffs? That date.
That was when he wasn't there.
When did they lose to the Magic?
Yes.
1995.
The exact date was 95.
That was that NBA final.
95.
No, it was not the NBA finals.
Yeah,
they're in the same conference. How's the finals?
I'm sorry, in the Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference.
And it was a gentleman's sweep, if memory serves.
Okay, but that was when Pippen was leading it.
No, Jordan was there. You know what they didn't have? They didn't have Horace Grant anymore. He was in Orlando.
That was the final playoff loss by Mike.
Serious loss. Yeah. He obviously lost some games. But again, my point is, I'm just trying to figure out.
64 points.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you're on a podcast, but somebody puts a video on you, and you stop.
I have 2 cameras pointing at me, and I'm gonna roll out the third one.
Nobody knew what you were doing.
I just do things.
Oh my God, I'm having.
I just do things. What's the next topic? Can we move? Like, who got that? I don't have a good transition.
I will.
I don't have a good transition. So, because I don't know what the next.
Look,
I don't know what. Hey,
let me finish the coaching thing.
Oh, okay.
Because going back to why we sidetracked in the first place, I'm telling you right now, the concern I have is the Bears' own middle management polls. All those guys, they look rudderless with interviewing 15 people, and I'm concerned we're going to end up with a third-tier choice again at coach, and we're going to end up with the same excuses in 2 years. Obviously, one of the reasons, aside from going back to the great Chicago Bulls teams, they had one GM, they had one coach, and they just launched moving forward with that. And I think that's an important part of the process, right? And we'll see. I mean, in the next couple of weeks, we should find out who the next coach is. Just like Dallas is going to find out who the next coach is. I'm
Deion Sanders.
I'm still skeptical.
Dallas is coaching. Deion Sanders and his quarterback is Shador. That is the new Deion Sanders and Shador.
So can I tell you a couple pragmatic reasons why I don't think that's going to happen?
That's fine, but look, I imagine they're all going to be wrong.
So, Dak Prescott signed a huge new contract, obviously, right?
Okay.
And there's poison pills on his contract.
Okay.
Do you know what his cap hit for 2025 is?
It's like $65 million.
No, it's not.
Okay, tell me.
Again, how much he's getting paid and cap hit are two different issues.
But he had a $240 million guarantee.
Right.
Okay.
And it's all about how they structure it.
Yep.
Right. His cap hit for 2025 is $94 million.
All right.
There isn't a team in the NFL that can absorb that contract without any questions.
Okay, so make a deal where Dallas controls a little bit of it and the other thing.
Well, it's going to have to be a two-part perspective on this deal, because they're going to have to talk to Dak and say, Dak, you need to restructure your contract.
No, they don't. They
it's 100%. They need to restructure it.
What did you say?
And restructure usually means
there's $62 million for 2025.
Again, there is difference between cap hit.
Right. I'm looking at
that's the cap hit.
So if you look at the Dallas Cowboys, overthecap.com is what I thought. There's a difference between cap hit and how much actual money is going into his pocket, right?
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't matter. But what's hitting the team?
Do you know what's a more auspicious issue? He's the only player in the NFL who's got a full no trade clause. All his guys do is say no. I ain't going to Tennessee. No, I'm not going to Cleveland. I'm the Dallas Cowboys coach, QB. Why would I want to go to Cleveland for? That's a legitimate thought process. He lives here. Well, I mean, you're going to have to incentivize him, and he's already pretty damn incentivized.
So I mean, why can't?
I'm not saying you can't, but you're asking now Tennessee. Hey, Tennessee. Here's our quarterback. He didn't finish the year healthy.
Okay, that's why you're adding Michael Parsons. Move on. Let's go. What do you mean?
Well,
but add another premier Pro Bowler.
Again, salary cap is the key factor here. They can't trade Dak without his permission, and I don't even know if they even had a conversation with him about possibly going to Cleveland.
Jerry will find a way. If Jerry wants Deion and Shador, he's going to get him. He's going to and look. But wait. When did I say this 8 months ago? Did I say this in our first show? And wait. The professor tried to argue with me and said, "No, Shador's not going number one." Okay.
He still might not go number one.
But he's only not going number one because of how they're structuring it.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not because
there is a side quest here that.
Hey, side quest. We had the conversation.
Deion might sit there and say, "Oh, well, I'm not going to play for any of you clowns," and just wait till he drops to the 5 or 6 slot where a trade up or something of that nature is a little easier, right? Trading up to that first pick, they're going to have to give a deal. They're going to have to give a deal similar to what Carolina did.
Deion is going to be in the NFL coaching for the Dallas Cowboys. This is about to happen. Hey, get your popcorn ready. Like Deion Sanders is about to be coaching.
A lot of people have Cam Ward going number one. Though.
Yes, that's why.
But why though? But the only reason you want to know why? Because where's Shador not going to play for him?
First of all, they have not said that he won't go to Tennessee's got first pick of the draft, right? And there hasn't been any even rumors that Tennessee would be a spot that he wouldn't play for. Now, got to remember, I sent you guys a little clip of video of Deion Sanders talking about this issue. And he basically confirmed it.
Yeah.
Because he said, "That's my child."
I told you.
That's my child. I don't care what you think. That's my child.
I'm a producer.
And I'm like,
I said this.
Wow.
Wait, but I said Deion did not do that.
But dude,
he didn't want to believe me, but I said Deion said this.
he didn't even bother with
because
the
he
PC
did
answer.
his draft. Why would he not do it for his kid?
He didn't bother with the PC answer. He said that's what's going to happen.
In 1992, Dion did the same thing. He did, like, why would he not do it for his kid?
Yeah.
Like, so that's what I was trying to tell you. In our first one,
Tennessee. To be fair, Tennessee was not a team back then, so he might not have any negative perceptions of them. But I promise you, he has one of Cleveland.
Oh, he knows Cleveland.
Yeah,
He's already shut down Cleveland and New York. That's what he's
shut down New York. I mean,
yes, you can. Yes, because they're a terrible run organization. Yes, you can't shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
They ruined. How do you ruin Aaron Rodgers? Like, listen, I hate Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron Rodgers.
But how do you ruin? That's the New York team.
The Giants are picking.
Both of them are terrible teams.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if the Giants.
Wait. Other than them getting lucky with Eli Manning, have they ever done well with quarterbacks? Either one of them. You're talking about Joe. You're talking about Joe
Sims is in the Hall of Fame.
Back when?
Back when? We're talking about
the 80s?
Phil Simms and Eli Manning had 10-year careers each, right? So that, all right, 10 years of trash, but that's better than the Bears have had in the last 30 years.
I'm sorry, Phil Simms got a Super Bowl because of like Lawrence Taylor. Like, just stop it. Like, nobody. Yeah. That's like saying what's the stupid boy from Baltimore name?
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer. Well, that's like saying like, oh, he deserved to be no. Stop it. No.
Phil Simms was not trash.
Phil Simms was not good. He's not Hall of Fame worthy.
I want to say
the fact that people
check my
wait.
Phil Simms, Hall of Fame.
Wait. The fact that people debate Eli Manning's Hall of Fame stats.
He is one of the most border candidates for Hall of Fame status.
In
NFL history. It's absolutely weird.
Huh?
Because he had 11 seasons of 30,000 plus yards.
And they debate him. So that's what I'm talking about. So if you want to say Phil Simms,
a lot of 8-8.
If you want to say Phil Simms, Lawrence Taylor got him in there.
And Phil's not in there.
Phil's not in there. Oh, I stand for
So exactly, Lawrence.
I could have sworn I saw him wearing one of those.
So that's what I'm saying. Like New York, if you want to talk about Broadway Joe, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying New York. I'm saying New York. Period. If you want to say Broadway Joe, and then maybe Eli Manning, which is still up for debate because he ain't in yet.
Yeah.
That's the only quarterbacks you got in New York. I'm not saying either other. I'm just saying New York. What are the quarterbacks you got?
Look, the Giants have been picking the top 10 consistently because their quarterback situation has been a complete trash.
They thought Daniel Jones was their savior.
It was an absolute disaster.
He was horrible.
They called it that day. I'm sorry. The NFL quarterbacks don't come from Duke. All right, it doesn't happen. All right. Maybe a hockey player, but not an NFL.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to New York, who the quarterbacks? Who the quarterbacks out of New York?
Well, again, I sit there. You asked the third pick of the draft. Again, is the New York Giants. Okay. And the New York Giants have Eli and Phil Simms, who have
and Deanna already said Shador's not going to play for the Giants.
Decade careers. Has he actually said that?
Yeah, he said Cleveland and New York. He can't play for them.
Who's picking fourth? New England, so he wouldn't be picked fourth.
So that's where Dallas can trade up to. Well, there's your trade partner.
The only one with a shittier contract at QB in the NFL, besides Dak and Dallas Cowboys, is Cleveland and the disaster of.
No, but he restarted it though, and actually he's going to be fucked on his deal because the Achilles. No, he lost $94 million on that Achilles injury.
No. What's going to end up happening in that deal is they're going to IR him for the entire season.
Are you trying?
And they're going to recoup a nice check from the insurance company. This is what the Bears did all these years for Ronco.
Get me
Patriots are 4.
I don't know why she's trying to get
for who's 5?
Jaguars.
Jaguars. So
And
right there,
they got a quarterback too.
so the quarterback is not going to, it's an issue, right? And I don't know. And let's also not discount the fact that the Raiders want to trade up for a quarterback as well.
Raiders are 6.
And obviously trading up from 6 is a lot easier than trading up from 12.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why the Bears were able to rip off the Carolina Panthers all those years ago was Carolina was picking 9th. Right? People picking first don't want to fall all the way down. He made the polls made an offer they can't refuse.
We got to go to a break. We don't have commercial breaks.
So last topic is Bob Uecker. All right.
We have some other ones.
And y'all have 10 minutes.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Overcoming big poker losses. There's suck. Move on.
Move on, man.
Like, what are we talking
No. Let's do Bob Uecker and top
I don't
5.
have anything on Bob Uecker. Like,
Top 5 sports movies, man. I mean, listen.
Yeah,
He was the comedic relief on one of the top 5 sports movies of all time. Major League, is that on your top 5?
No.
Oh my God! Stop.
No. You know what my number 1 is? Any Given Sunday. Like, that's number 1. That's number 1. That's easily number 1. Like,
not Moneyball. Moneyball was a
whatever.
One.
You can throw that shit down a tube somewhere.
Little League.
No, shut up. Do you have any? Wait, so you want my top 5?
Do you have any of your top 5 that's a little outside the box?
Yes, I do. Actually, number 3 is Sandlot. Yes.
Sandlot. Interesting.
Yes. Interesting. No. Actually, so here's the thing. So that was the out of box. So look, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, Major League. Get over. I don't care. Like, so if you want my top 5, all right. So here's my top 5.
Sure.
Number 1 is Any Given Sunday. Like, it's just, bro. Come on now, Al Pacino. Like, are we serious? Like, that's number 1. That's number 1. Stop it. No, it's not.
I wasn't a big appreciative fan.
Whatever. Like, I don't.
I'm sorry. Al Pacino looked like he wanted no part of that.
Al Pacino didn't even read the lines for any.
Wait a minute. If you're gonna think that sucked, look, number 2.
I'm not saying it sucked. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
No, if you're gonna be mad at that one,
no, it's not top 5.
If you're gonna be mad at that one, you know what number 2 is?
Look, I'm listening.
Space Jam. It's Space Jam. I don't care. What? No,
now you're not being serious.
No, I'm serious. Look. Wait. Hold on. The Michael Jordan nostalgia effect of that. Shut up. That was dope. All right. So number 3. Number 3 is
Brian song. Yeah. What's number 3?
Number 3 is my Sandlot. Yeah. It's my Sandlot. What you call it?
Brian song.
Whatever. Shut.
Thought you were going Bears.
I'd like to, but that's very Homerish. Like, really.
But Space Jam is number 2. Michael Jordan. Keep going, please. Yeah, your logic is sound.
Shut up.
Don't ever want to fight.
So wait, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. All right, is going to be Remember the Titans.
Great.
That's on my list. Absolutely.
That's number 4. All right. And then
Denzel destroyed that one. He was so good.
It's a fantastic move. It's a fantastic move. All right. Then number 5. All right. Look. Stop. Don't. Shut up. Number 5 is the first one. The first one.
Every Does Dallas.
No. The first
Sports meet. Mm-hmm.
Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks. Come on now. With the Sheen brother that didn't go down the hill. Look, he says number 2. He said number 2. Look, yes. Come on. Look, Mighty Ducks with the Sheen brother that didn't mess it up.
And Air Bud is number 6. I got you.
Oh my God.
I know. Mighty Ducks.
Oh my God.
Come on.
What's your top 5?
Come on,
Nico.
That has to be.
Remember the Titans, and I'm gonna say this in no particular order as well. Remember the Titans is on there. That was stupendous.
Yes. Yes.
There's no question.
I had it in my top 5.
Major League, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to me, a really good movie is one that I can rewatch.
Mhm.
Right? If it's on, will I sit down for 10 minutes, 20 minutes? Can I watch it even if I don't start it?
Mhm.
Moneyball is another great one.
No, I'm not watching. I'm not.
No.
What is he not?
You know,
It's not that great of a movie. All right, go ahead.
there is no movie that is more
That's an all-time sports movie.
that aside from the fact that it was nominated for Academy Award, but it was also a movie that exemplified what modern sports is right now. It's you know, we're just okay. Think about it. That movie is really about sports nerds and how they basically.
That's you. That's not true sports people. That's you. That's the analytics. That's the analytics people.
In the Major League Baseball has analytics.
That's not like Angels in the Outfield. Like that's like the Angels Outfield. Like, that's the true sports people. You're the analytics. Angels in the Outfield was like, it's just a feeling. It's just Angels in the Outfield. Danny Glover. That's actually I almost want to put that in my top 5. Angels in the Outfield with Danny Glover. Like what? I see him.
So I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to give you guys 2 out of the box options.
Oh, please let me hear it.
Okay,
let me hear it.
Do you remember the comedy Mr. Basic?
Oh, of course. Yes.
That's all. That's all.
Okay. Top 5.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You want to judge my Mighty Ducks? Really?
No. I didn't judge Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay.
I judged. I didn't judge Mighty Ducks.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday, right? It was a little. It was a little hokey.
To any game, live for football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a set.
When you saw Jamie Foxx in that role, and then realized 2 years later he won the Oscar,
it was epic.
You're like, what the hell happened?
Epic.
Like, did he take lessons?
Like, what happened? Bro, any given Sunday was epic. 1/2 a step too short or too early, you don't quite catch it.
But let me give you one that's way out of the box. I promise you, I've never even seen. Okay.
All right, let me hear.
The Damned United.
No, I haven't.
Look it up.
The fact that I have to look it up, it should not be in anybody's top 5.
I'm going to tell you right now, that was
some of the best top 5s are.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. If you actually go to IMDb, go to IMDb and look at the top 100 movies, you'll recognize 40.
Right.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
I'll look at it.
But I'm going to tell you something right now.
But y'all want to?
It's actually a soccer.
All the girls.
Yeah, it's actually a soccer movie, and starring Michael Sheen, and it exemplified someone who was so arrogant because he achieved momentary success, nearly destroyed his career, but then ends up making one of the greatest sports comebacks in sports history. You look it up. He took 2 teams from the bottom of the standings to the championship. He's the only coach. He's one of the few coaches to ever actually do that.
All right, producer, what's your 5?
My top, well, in no particular order. Sandlot.
Better be.
Little League.
Oh, come on, man.
Major League.
Little League.
Little League.
You know, you're even with Little League. Like, that's... oh, God.
With the boy with the...
Little Big League.
Little Big League, thank you very much. And... remember the Titans, you got to put that in there.
Score.
You do got to put that in there.
Last one.
And then last one, what we were just talking about. I love Happy Gilmore.
Longest.
I know.
It's not Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
We're doing golf? We're doing golf?
Golf is a sport.
I did soccer. So
Maybe
it's a sport.
Wait, we're doing golf?
He takes a run and wow, yeah.
That was not a serious.
Maybe if we can do the water boy, I'll get with you behind that. Bobby Booth. And look, the dude about God.
1 minute.
We got 1 minute.
All right. Well, okay. Let's thank our hosts. Making sure.
We always gotta appreciate Love and War. everything that came out. We gotta appreciate the people that are came to join us, even though they didn't want to join because hey, you get a big well, both of y'all on camera. Like, I just want to make sure. Boom, got y'all. Anyways, hey, thank you for loving water for the drinks. I'm gonna keep drinking them, and I'm just gonna go over here and hang out with people. But love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Cheers. Cheers. I'm out.